Hey friends, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're going to be hanging out in the Lego room. We got a few things to take care of today. We've got an unboxing for you. We're going to do some Lego City updates, maybe clean it up just a little bit again, and just kind of show you some of the items in my backlog. But let's go ahead and take a look, see what's going on. One of the first things, let's go ahead and do an unboxing here for you. We got something in from Lego. I know I've been ordering a few things here and there as different promos happen. So let's see what we got. So let me crack this open here. All right, and you can see one of the first things we got on top here is one of the promos that's going on, I believe, right now. The retro food truck. Excited to have that. It's going to pair well with our modular buildings and everything. And we've got some pieces. So I placed a pretty big order here. So this one, I think, has got kind of those circular pieces in order to maybe build some trees, and then spend some of the parts the ballast the train track looks like, and then continue with the road extenders. I think that'll be helpful moving forward here. Let's kind of open that up and kind of see what's inside that. But I think that's it for this order. Yes. So let's take a look at what's inside here. As with any time you open a Lego bag, you just kind of take care of it like Caesar and get on inside. So we've got kind of these nougat I thought would be fun. I know a lot of folks use the dark reddish brown, and I think of course we'll use those, that's why we got them. But I thought it would be interesting maybe use this kind of nougat color to see what that looks like with trees. And then we're gonna maybe try this also on the, maybe to ballast our train tracks a little bit. Again, most folks use like the dark reddish brown as opposed to the nougat, but I thought that might be a nice kind of pop of color as we look into doing that. And you know, these 1x4 bricks for the roads. And let's see what else is under here. And then those 1x1 tiles, which I believe will also be for the roads. But I think that's it on this one. We've got a number of pieces making our way towards us, but I think that'll do it for right now. Because the idea is we're gonna ballast this train track just kind of like this here, once we kind of fill it in and everything, but you can kind of get the idea. So from a distance, it'll look pretty good. We also ordered 1x1s of those tiles as well. There we go. It's kind of far apart, but gets the point across. And like I said, just something for me to think about. I want to look at the color while it's like that. Eventually we'll get kind of the reddish brown in there as well, so we can make a decision on ordering. You know, we've got a train track that goes all the way around like that here. So you never know how many you're really gonna need for something like this. Well, I guess I could count it, but what's the fun in doing that? I think the idea is just to get as many pieces as you can, right? Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna try and build just a basic tree right here. So let's kind of throw some of these on here, kind of see what it looks like. I think I've got some limb pieces. Let's see here. Yeah, right in here. Maybe not the lavender right now. I don't think I have too many of the big ones, so we'll just go with this for now. All right, and this is probably one of the saddest trees you've ever seen, but it kind of gets the point across. You can see that it's kind of a tree, probably needs a little bit more height. Doesn't have any of that flex tubing, but it's got some leaves on there and just kind of draws away some of the attention, the emptiness right here. So maybe, you know, not the greatest we've ever seen, but as one of the first man-made trees in the city, it doesn't look too bad, right? Right? Let me know in the comments what you think. But I think these other ones will be a fun piece to add. It'll just add some more color to the city, which is always helpful. So we'll just kind of leave that like that for right now. See? Not too bad. And look at that. All of a sudden, we've got some more greenery in the Lego city. So one of the next things we're gonna tackle here is hidden right beneath the train. If you saw our last video, we built this little train station. It's definitely not a permanent addition to the city, but I liked a lot of the things that it had involved, including this door that never closes. But I received a little train crossing right here that I thought would be fun to have integrated into the city, which was this right here. So I was going to try and put this down here because this was my version of trying to figure this out right here. But I think doing this one might look a little better. Plus I like the crossing. So let's see if we can rip that out and see what that looks like. Okay, let's see how we can get this out of here. So first thing, these were just kind of hanging out right here. So we'll pick those up. Probably should get a brick separator. Remember when I was talking about earlier on how I always seem to make a mess in the Lego room? This is why, when parts just go flying and you're trying to put stuff together and just gets everywhere. So it looks like this actually intersects with two different pieces right here where the intersection is. So it looks like what we're going to need to do is actually just kind of take this apart and then kind of fill it in. So let's see how we're able to do that. So we're just going to go right underneath here and just kind of snap it off just like that. That wasn't too bad. Then use our handy dandy brick separator here. And then all of a sudden we've got that sitting there. I don't know if I like it better than the ones I had before, but I think it looks good. And then the rest of this should also just kind of pop off. Just like that. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, and we'll just kind of put those right there and take that off. Then the other side, again, should just pop off like this. So let's see what that looks like. Again, the sign's kind of in the way, but... So I had those tiles under there before because of the space, but I'm going to remove those and see if I can just put some regular plate right under here. So let's see if we can find some replacement pieces here. We've got this to kind of fill in this side. All right, because it will be covered up, I'm okay kind of just using some random colored plates here. It's kind of a little bumpy going over it, so if you've got the car coming, you know, kind of goes down, then up, then down, but I don't think they're gonna mind too much here. And just like that, I think we've improved it just a little bit, right? With the Lego City, the idea is it is an imaginary situation where there would be a road extending, and one day when we need more room in the Lego City, I'm sure we can expand this way as well. But I think it looks good for what it is and adds again some more color with that green right there, and having those railroad stops and the white line I think looks nice. So glad we got that done. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, I picked this up at Walmart the other day. You might be saying, it's just the Galaxy Explorer, it's no big deal. And I don't normally talk about like Lego deals that I find or anything, but I got this for $30 at my local Walmart. Normally it was about 100, I think it came up, maybe about 90 depending on where you went. I was just walking by and then all of a sudden I saw it sitting there on the shelf with a big discount sticker on it. I was like, well, I mean, it's not really Lego City related, but how can I not pick this set up? At least maybe for an investment, or at least to build maybe a display at a later point. Just a friendly reminder, always check those discount aisles there. I always, anytime I'm at like Walmart or Target or something, I try and stop by the Lego aisle and see if there's anything good. So, saw this and had to pick it up for sure. And beneath every great city is the Lego backlog. We've got a bunch of sets sitting over there. We've got a bunch of sets sitting over there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull some of them out and take a look, kind of see what's under there. Last time I did this, you know, I kind of showcased some of them. I don't think we're going to do that today. But if there's any sets you see and you want me to go ahead and build, go ahead and leave a comment if you see something exciting down here. But let's pull some things out, try and get things organized, maybe in a building order of some sort, but let's kind of go from there. So let's start over here. Some of these are empty boxes, but some still have the sets in them. And I'm trying to decide, you know, a long time ago, of course, I threw out boxes and such, but nowadays some folks keep the boxes, sometimes folks flatten them down. I feel like I'm in the category where I'm gonna need to maybe flatten them down, but we're gonna kind of see what boxes I do have, maybe get rid of some, you know, that maybe don't have too much of a resale value, and we'll kind of go from there. So let's kind of see, we've got the holiday ideas we'll build here shortly. We've got a bunch of promos sitting right here, empty boxes from the Winter Village. Make sure you check out those videos. Then we've got the Avatar set. We've got the Corvette. And then the Marvel Final Battle Spider-Man set that I really want to build here. I think that one's near the top of the list. Not sure what's in this box here, so let me move these winter promos. I think I have an idea. Yeah, it's the Winter Village stuff sitting in there. But that needs to go somewhere instead of right there. Things get scary underneath the table, so like I said, I'm not going to pull everything out, but we're going to see kind of what we can figure out down here. All right, a little dark underneath the table, but I think you get the idea. We've got another train down here. I believe this is the police station, boutique hotel, the medieval blacksmith. I believe that's the diner. That's the T2 camper van. No, that one's the diner. So what's this? The bookshop, I think? Yep, that is the Lego bookshop. We've got my pride and joy that I'm going to build sometime this year, the old fishing store, the office. Then most of those are empty boxes and a few other smaller sets inside, such as like gifts with purchases. Like we've got another pirate ship playground in there and those kind of part packs. And then again, just some empty boxes from the modular buildings, which we're going to keep up for now, I believe. But as we come back out this way, here's some of the boxes I think we're going to get rid of, or at least flatten down. Here's the train that I currently have. The Up House, the Disney Celebration train. These are the ones I'm wanting to build kind of first. So let's bring the brick bank out. I think we're going to save the haunted house toward spooky season since we have so many other modular buildings. So we'll slide that right in there. And I think I'm leaning toward getting the Daily Bugle set up and then the brick bank like we were talking about as far as our next modular type buildings. Want to do the tiger. Want to do this little thing here. Got all these like, I don't even know what you call them, like the city and the road packs and stuff like that, which we're going to use all this eventually, but for now it just takes up so many boxes. So we're just going to slide those off to the side for now as well. Okay, so did we clear some things out? I think so, because this is what I'm going to consider my to build list here. So some exciting things coming forward from that. This right here, we're just going to throw out. There's a few boxes in the box too, but I think that's a lot better than what we had, and it clears out some room for under the table for even more sets that I'm sure we're going to continue acquire here in the Lego room, because that's just how things go around here, right? Always changing, always adding on more, but that's always the fun part, isn't it? All right, let's try and do one last thing before we finish up here. Something I've been meaning to do with the Lego City is I do have a number of minifigures and such, I guess, from the childhood collection. So let's go ahead and grab one of those buckets. We're gonna take a look inside, see if there's anything fun in there that's worth putting into the city. All right, and we've got one of the buckets open here. So this is, you know, late 90s, early 2000s kind of stuff. So got some castle, looks like, just some basic city in there. Oh yeah, there's that guy, I forget his name, some original Star Wars. There's a slave Princess Leia. Some adventures looks like, and other Star Wars and such there. So let's get a couple of them out and take a look at them. Okay, so let's dump this one out and see if there's anything fun in here. Oh yeah, everybody knows this guy, but he definitely needs to be hanging out in our city here. Got some original clone troopers right here. The Lego Star Wars fans will be a fan of this. These are the ones that have the clear helmets, aka, you know, you can see right through and it has just like the black head underneath. We have got part of a Boba Fett. I'm sure it's the rare one, of course, right? Looks like we've got Luke. I think that's from the Jabba's sail barge is where some of these are from. Some sort of pilot, I think, from Star Wars. Some original kind of monkeys. A Hot Wheels car, because that's just how these things go. OG Jar Jar. I think that's Qui-Gon's head. Lando. More pilots, more city. Royal Guards. Don't think this is Lego. This is from the Adventures with the camera, his little buddy there. There's the slave Leia. Controversial these days. And these are definitely some original battle droids. There he is. Johnny Thunder. Missing his hat, of course, but I'm sure it's around here somewhere, but definitely got to have him somewhere in the mix. I hope they've been kind of doing this trend recently where they've been re-releasing kind of older sets like the Eldorado Fortress and the Space. I hope we get an Adventurers theme next. I think that'll be really cool. And then just some other torsos. I'm pretty sure I have another bag, and I know some are on display with some of the sets and everything, but just some few vintage ones in here. I think this one's a slightly rare figure too. It's like the Kashyyyk Scout Trooper, I believe it's called. So we'll put him over here. I do have a Blue Milk Luke sitting right here that came with like the pre-order of the Lego Star Wars video game. So he is hanging out in the city. So we'll put this guy just kind of chilling right up here for now too. But you know, I'll go through this. I would like to place back together some of the original ones. I'll have to kind of look some stuff up online based on the sets I remember having. But it's kind of cool to see some of these together, especially some of this like castle stuff and everything. I think that's a lot of fun. Brings back some memories for sure. But of course, if I missed anything in here that you saw that is maybe special or kind of cool, definitely let me know in the comments that I should be keeping my eye out for it here. But I think that's a few just to add into the city for now, but just wanted to share that here with you. We've got all kinds of Lego on here from over the years. But I appreciate you coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. I think this was just a fun, laid-back episode, a little vlog, Lego City update. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and everything. Got some more building coming your way, so until next time, have a good one.